foundations rattle together. That you don't just sit here receiving words every Friday and every Monday, but that you come to a point, Enoch, where at your presence, everyone can say, there is an ambassador there. And you see, what qualifies us for this is what we're about to do in this conference, which is called the authority of the believer. Because to prosecute and do these things that I've said is not just by a hearsay, it's not just by talking, it's by what? Authority. So, the believer's authority is the authority that God has given to the believer to carry out his purposes, his agenda, and his plans upon the earth, and for the believer to enforce personal victory in his space. So this is the twofold reason why God gives the believer what? Authority. You know, there was a young man that one of his roommates got him anointed. And he looked at the roommate and said, if you don't beg me, I will call down fire on your bed and you'll be able to sleep. Real life story. You see, that one, he does not know the reason for which he was giving what. There was a time I wanted to pick something from the TV and I was down tired. Do you know what I did? No, this is more than 10 years. I said, in the name of Jesus, stand up from where you are and come. Just yab me. I didn't know why authority was given. But now that I know, I can now tell you that the believer's authority is for number one, advancing, carrying out God's plan, carrying out God's agenda upon where? The earth. And number two, it is for enforcing what? Personal what? Victory where? In your space. And by extension, those who probably you are carrying out the duty of headship, of covering over. For instance, my children by themselves now can't say, oh, there is something upon my life. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But because they are under my covering as a father, part of the expressions of this believer authority is that I can look at them and say, what did you eat? Who gave you sweets? Who is responsible for this kind of action? I don't understand it. When I notice that there is a kind of sickness that is not normal, I can stand and say, in the name of Jesus, you foul spirit of infirmity, out. And they will go out. You know why? As per headship and covering, they are under my canopy. It's the same way. When you find out that your business is going down on the decline, when you find out that your health is going down on the decline, one of the things and packages that God has given you for you to be able to bring it back to order is the believer's what? Authority. So it means that God handed over authority to us. God handed over authority to us, and the purpose of that authority is such that you can be able to enforce what? Personal what? Victory in your space.